Northern Israel and right to the east of Gaza, the Gaza border just being right over here. And this is the site where that infamous music festival, the Rave, was taking place on the night of October 6th until the morning of October 7th. And this is the place where this was the site of the massacre of 370 Israelis, young people who were here for the concert, and there was basically one third of all the people who died on October 7th were killed here. Now you can see that they have set up a memorial here with the pictures of all the people that were killed or kidnapped, 370 killed and dozens kidnapped as well. We're here at night and it's hard to see. There's no lighting out here. It's just the headlights from the cars that are here. So let me see if I can go closer. One of the cars just left as I was starting this, so I'm missing some of the light. But it's hard to see what's surrounding us here. But you can see this is one of the memorials here. It looks like the families are also coming and setting up. Um, like this one has a plant right here. It's hard to get the full scope of what happened, or to picture what happened. The field this way looks open and there's trees surrounding this whole area where the stakes are placed with the photos on top. So imagine like 370 of these. So many of the young people who were here fled to nearby communities where they hid in these bomb shelter structures. There are outdoor shelters that they look like bus stops, and people can run into them when there's a siren. Like right now, we've got 15 seconds if there's a siren, we have 15 seconds to find shelter. So there's a lot of these temporary shelters that are set up all around this region. So the people who were here ran to the ones who were able to escape the killing fields here, went to the shelters, and some of them were killed inside the shelters there because the units upon units of terrorists that came through spread out through all of the kibbutzes and the moshavs in this area, and they went to each one. You can see it's very emotional. These people came from the U.S. This woman came from the U.S. To see what has happened here. There's some music coming from there. I don't know why. But so they went to these temporary shelters, and they were at some of the communities that were hit, like Re'im, for instance, which is close to here, and they hid inside the shelter. But it's like it was planned. It's like they knew that people would go to the shelter, and they were throwing grenades inside. There was um, one mother who talks about her son who was kidnapped into Gaza. His name is Hirsch, and the mom, Rachel Goldberg, I've heard her interviewed several times. She said that they were throwing grenade after grenade into the shelter, and one of the guys that was there would take them and throw them back out. And then finally, one he didn't get to in time, and it killed him. And then they threw another one inside, and it killed a lot more of the people. There were like something between 20 to 30 of them squeezed into this small shelter that's like the size of a bus stop. And whoever wasn't killed was then there were two or three of them taken to Gaza, kidnapped, including her son. And some videos showed that his arm was blown off, like from, or I think eyewitnesses said his arm was blown off from the elbow down. So just horrible stories. This was a nightmare. People were raped here. When I say people, because apparently men were also raped or sexually abused. So, anyway, this was, I would be interested to see this in the daylight. It's hard to see, but you can still kind of get the scope of it, at least with the headlights here from the cars. So, anyway, I'm going to sign off for now, and I have some videos I can post on this later. Better videos than this live one where you can't see much.